Let's get to talking about how it has really changed my life and been one of the best decisions that I've made, probably even more than med school. Okay. Hey there, my handsome and pretty little Cobras, and welcome back to the Cobra's Nest. For those of you who are new, my name is Mignon Cobra and I make minimalism videos. Today's minimalism video is going to be one that's really close to my heart, and that is actually talking about this channel. Today's video is going to be, I'm going to be talking about 6 ways how YouTube changed my life. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. Let's get it, let's go. Woo. Before we get started, as usual, if you wish to help out my channel, you consider checking out my Patreon, which is in the link down below. And if not, then you can just help me out with the algorithm by giving this video a thumbs up, like, and a subscribe. A little bit of preface before we start. I have been a YouTuber for 4 years. The first 2 years were kind of like on and off. I was really busy with medical school, so I wasn't very committed. I think I would upload a video like once every like 3 months. But I think that during the pandemic in 2020, I got really serious with my channel. So I guess I've been like YouTubing seriously like a career or a business for, I guess I would say, almost 2 years now, and I got monetized during the summer, so it took me 1.5 years to get monetized. And if you're wondering how often I posted videos, I was posting 3 videos a week for, I guess, yeah, 1.5 years. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's get to talking about how it has really changed my life and been one of the best decisions that I've made, probably even more than med school. Okay, number 1, the money. I know that that's something that's quite recent. I mean, at the time of this filming, it's only November. I've only been monetized for about 3 months, but I have to say the money is good. And this is with somebody who has what is considered the worst CMP out of all of YouTube. So to give you a little bit of background, what I mean by that is CMP is kind of like the click-through rate, or how much YouTube ads value your content. So minimalism, as you know, is very anti-consumerism, very anti-buying. They don't want to put ads on those type of videos. And if you're wondering what my CMP is, I still actually managed to hit the average CMP, which is about $2. Higher categories is like beauty, money. I think they make like 3 or 4, but the average on general like vlogs, lifestyle is about 2. So the fact that I'm making content that's anti-consumerism just goes to show how powerful the like ad revenue dollar is. And this is after YouTube has taken like their 45% cut. So anyway, let's get back to talking about money. I make about $2 a day. That's insane. I know maybe to some people that's like not that big of a deal, but you need to understand that like I technically just got monetized, so this is technically the beginning. And I have seen some crazy numbers that YouTubers put out there, and I have to say that it's really nice getting paid for a hobby. Like, that was one of the things that I thought about when I was thinking of a kind of hobby that I needed once I became a minimalist. I needed something that didn't involve spending a lot of money, and I was like, I need to come up with a hobby that maybe might make me some money and doesn't involve spending money. To be fair, I have spent money on my YouTube channel. I spent money on a very like high-tech phone that has like a designer camera in the front. I also have bought 2 laptops throughout my entire 4 years of YouTubing, and I have bought a lot of video editors. I've bought Filmora, Movi, Final Cut Pro, so I have put money into it. But generally speaking, I wanted something that didn't involve much money out of like upfront costs. Now that I'm monetized, I have to say that it's just really nice making money off of a hobby. Okay, enough about that. Number 2, the free stuff. Or I was under the impression that only massive YouTubers, people that have like 100,000, are the type of people that companies would send products to. I guess this market is now is maturing, that they're starting to see potential in just this industry. So even me, I got sent stuff even before I got monetized. Even before I was 1,000 subscribers, I was already getting sent free stuff. I think I got sent free stuff around the 300 subscriber mark, which is pretty shocking to me because except for my own experience, I have not heard of anybody else talking about these things. Like, let me preface that. So in 2020, around like the 300 mark, I was like, okay, let's reach out to companies. I reached out to countless companies, big and small, like Instagram, you know, like collabs and stuff like that. Nobody wanted to actually collab with me, and if they did, it was one of those like gimmicky ones where it's like, you pay your own shipping of like 60 euros and we'll send you the product for free, and then but at like a discount, and then like here's the coupon code. And it was like not actually like, they're preying on the influencer dream. So enough with that. I was like, okay, I remember crying on like the porch, and I was like, this is really dumb. Like, unless you're like a big YouTuber, like there's no room for success for small YouTubers. Like I'm done with this. But then in 2021, which is like, I think I still hadn't really grown yet. I would grow in 2021. Companies started to reach out to me, and I still was this, you know, the small 300 subscribers, and companies were like, hey, you know what, like give us the Addy, we're gonna send you free stuff. And I was skeptical. And the first one that really started to change things was with Merit. At first, I was still kind of like, I don't think they're gonna send me free stuff. So when I ordered it, I only picked like 5 items out of 7 in case it was also a scam and they like billed me or something. But it turns out it was actually like legit. It's actually like a company under Sephora. But anyway, the point that I'm trying to say is, yeah, I have definitely gotten a lot of free things, which is really beneficial for me because as a frugal minimalist, I'm really tight with the things that I buy. I buy very little. So it's been quite the blessing being sent free stuff. Like I can't think of any other career or industry except for like, I don't know, like modeling, acting, and I guess YouTubing, which is some form of it, right? Like you put your face out there on camera where people are gonna send you free stuff. Like in the medical field, nobody was gonna send, oh, that's not true. People send dentists like the Christmas packages. Okay, you know what? I don't know what I'm talking about then. But when I was working minimum wage, nobody was coming around to give me free stuff. So this has been really, really nice. Very enjoyable. Some people even get these things sent to them and they get paid for it. So this is only the beginning. All right, number 3, an amazing community. I actually never thought that I'd have such kind subscribers. I had mentally prepared myself for a lot of haters. Like when I started my journey, the biggest hurdle that I overcame was like my fear of haters. That was actually one of the reasons why I didn't start my channel sooner. I really wanted to start my channel, I think back like in, what was it, like 2007. And I didn't start my channel till like 2016. So I think like over 7 years. That's how long it took me to build up the courage to start a channel, which I totally regret. I really wish that I had started sooner. But I was like, I took the plunge and I was like, I will definitely have to fight off haters in the beginning of my journey and probably even more so when I become bigger, and I have to be mentally strong. That no matter what people on the internet say, I have to be strong. I have had 1 or 2 haters in my entire 4 years of being a YouTuber. It's like not even 5. I definitely shouldn't jinx this. I might get haters as I grow. I don't know, but I guess I got really lucky. I have had nothing but wonderful people coming to support my channel. And I remember in 2020, I was like really depressed and I was really down and I really wanted to give up on my channel. I just didn't want to do this anymore. And I remember I had a lot of subscribers pushing me. Like it was people on the internet pushing me. Usually you need to push yourself. But if you guys know who I'm talking about, you guys are the OG subscribers. You guys would send me messages. You guys would send me like on personal messages and DMs and things like that, would encourage me and tell me like, I have what it takes. You can do this. So having other people believe in me was really, really, really wonderful. So thank you so much for the Cobra's Nest. You guys are awesome. Like this YouTube channel alone, recently since my channel has started picking up, I have been meeting and talking to lots of new, I guess, other YouTubers. That's amazing. I don't think YouTubers would be talking to me if I didn't have a channel. They'd be like, who are you to talk to? But the fact that my channel has grown has kind of shown me to be a more credible person, somebody who's disciplined, somebody who's willing to put in the work. So that's something that is just kind of like you start to attract your tribe. So people gravitate towards that. People who are like-minded start to gravitate towards that. And I'm really happy because I've recently decluttered a lot of people out of my life. So I now have space for new friends. And the new friends that I've made have just been wonderful, like fantastic. And it's funny because they live in different parts of the world and we wouldn't have met if it wasn't for YouTube. So I love YouTube. I love, love, love YouTube. Okay, number 4. It's very fulfilling. I'm the type of person to fall down a lot. I'm not a very naturally like peppy and happy and springy type of individual. I think you guys have seen a lot of YouTubers, and my favorite is Amber Scholes. Like her personality just radiates and shines. Like it's just such a bright light. My personality is not like that. I've tried really hard to fake it till you make it. Recently, I've been more chill and just showing my true personality. And you guys have kind of seen I'm a fast talker, but I'm kind of like a low, chill vibe type of person. And more so in person, I let the other person talk. I'm not much of a talker. Like the only reason that I'm able to talk this much on camera is because it's just me. If the camera spoke, it'd be mostly the camera speaking and me listening. But anyway, the point that I'm trying to say is that YouTube is very, very fulfilling. YouTube is something that fulfills me in ways that a lot of things that I tried in the past when I was really down didn't help me. You know, I tried finding my self-worth in my body and in working out and the hustle culture, and those things, I mean, they are part of my life experience. They haven't fulfilled me creatively or in ways that like YouTube has. YouTube has definitely opened up my mind in other ways to kind of grow, or it's become like a vehicle for growth that I don't think those other things would have, because there's a lot of feedback that happens with YouTube. You know, I put out a video, some videos perform well, other videos don't perform well, so I have to keep growing as an individual. I have to keep learning more and more skills and learning more and more knowledge to be able to bring that to the audience. I actually have a YouTuber friend who's like, you make a lot of videos. And it's true. And the only reason that is because I'm constantly learning. Even though I am a social media content creator, I actually don't absorb a lot of media. I put out a lot of media, but I don't spend a lot of my time on it. Like I don't mindlessly scroll on TikTok, and I don't spend a lot of time on Instagram. I'm actually constantly watching that are more educational, that kind of like are books but in the form of a video, and then I times 2 speed it, so I gain a lot more knowledge, and I try my best to implement that into my videos. Another thing is that like I've become a lot more spiritual because of YouTube, because YouTube is something that is almost abstract. It's not something that I can be, something tangible. Like it lives on the internet, right? I can't like physically hold like my YouTube channel in my hands, right? So that level of fulfillment and realizing that I can be fulfilled with something that's very abstract has allowed me to like let go of my importance of material possessions and physical possessions and kind of embrace more like a spiritual thing. But I don't know if I'm the only one who's like that. I don't know if this is like just a me thing, but yeah, amazing. That takes us to the next 5th point, that YouTube is such a creative outlet. Like I'm a really creative person. I consider myself an artist. I have always loved to paint and draw. Like growing up, I used to always like draw manga comics, and I used to love to paint. Like my mom's house has a lot of my paintings. I like to paint cherry blossoms and like magical stuff. I used to paint a lot of like angels and just magical things. And I'm a really spiritual person. I'm really like, I'm an air sign. I'm a Libra. I think some of my subscribers know that, but if you don't, I'm a Libra, and I love beautiful things, and I love like non-tangible things that just kind of exist in the ether. So YouTube is something that makes me really happy. It's something that is very creative. Like I am allowed to create whatever I want. I mean, like I know that like some YouTubers run YouTube like a business, so they do have a boss, but as me as like an independent creator, YouTube is just a reflection of what I want my YouTube channel to be. Like if I decide tomorrow I don't want to be a minimalist anymore, I don't have to consult anybody. I can just completely change my creative perspective and just stop making minimalism videos and make some other type of content. Like if I want to make more money content, I can. If I want to make more, I don't know, beauty content, I can. It's a really creative outlet. There is nothing that boxes me in, which I think is really nice, because although I do treat my YouTube channel like a business, it's also at the same time like a form of art. At least it is for me. Like I have that freedom to create anything that I want with it, which is very, very nice, because when I was younger, I really regretted not going to design school and going to med school, and that was something that was like a really big thorn in my side. I really wish that I had been able to pursue my passions, but I don't have that regret anymore, because I actually ended up doing both. While I was in med school, I was able to work on my YouTube channel, which was my art, my product, while still, investing in some sort of more tangible career, because I have heard, we don't know, YouTube may not be around forever. I personally believe YouTube will be around for a very, very long time, but you never know. So, okay, and number 6, a sense of purpose and value. One of the nice things that I liked about YouTube, and it isn't something that I discovered till like way later on in my YouTube journey, it wasn't until like 2020, 2021 that I changed the type of content that I was making. But I like that YouTube, if done right, gives you a sense of purpose, not only for me, but also for my audience, or for like YouTube in general. Like a lot of videos that have really helped and improved my life were videos that had a lot of content, a lot of knowledge, and a lot of information. I do my best to make my videos as informative as I can. That is why like the bulk of my videos past like 2020, the videos before 2020, I've just privated them. There's no value in them. It's literally me just going around with my selfie stick being like, oh my god, like vlog, not adding any value to anybody. But the videos after 2020, I have made a lot of content that's purposeful and adds value. So that's why I have a lot of 10 tips to blah, 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 5 tips to blah, 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 because I can't really help myself if I'm not able to help others first. Like I can't ask people to watch my video that has no content or no value if I don't provide that first. So that's why when I give first, I give as much knowledge and information as I can. That's why my best videos are videos where I've talked about problems that I've had in the past and how I solved them. One of the problems that I had was I was an extreme minimalist and I was doing everything wrong. Like I was doing minimalism wrong. Extreme minimalism is beautiful and it's great, and I think I will be returning to that shortly, and I do have videos on that coming soon. But when I did it the first time around, I did a really bad job of it. So I did film a lot of videos talking about like mistakes to avoid in your minimalism journey. A lot of solutions that I have come across were not solutions that I came up with myself. They were actually solutions that I found on YouTube. Other people had similar experiences and they provided answers and solutions. So it's really nice to see that like YouTube has really changed my life, because it's just been a place of like, gives me a sense of purpose, gives me something to wake up in the morning, and it makes me feel like I'm part of something larger than myself. Like when I wake up, I feel like when I put out a video, I'm not only improving my own life, I'm improving the life of whoever takes the time to watch my videos. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I'm not trying to romanticize the idea of YouTube. The YouTube grind is definitely a really hard and difficult one. If you asked me, would I be able to sit here today and make this kind of video like a couple years ago and say something like this? No, I don't think I could. I think that the YouTube grind is really, really difficult, and I don't think it's for everyone. And I have seen videos, especially one by Kelly Stamp, saying that like YouTube is not for everyone. And I agree with her. YouTube is not. You need so much tenacity and resilience in the beginning. If your channel doesn't blow up in the first year, the second year, how does one hold out? And to be honest, I don't even think some people will consider my channel even that successful to begin with. Like, I just practice a lot of gratitude, and I'm really, really happy with where I am in my channel. Like, I feel like I'm content. Like, I'm very happy and satisfied and motivated with where I've come. I would kind of have like a disclaimer. I'd be like, but you have to be willing to work for it. Those overnight successes that you see, I used to naively believe before I started a YouTube channel that like, yeah, it's just like, you make some videos and you wake up the next day and like, bam. It's not. It's like the sheer amount of editing and planning and like money spent and time spent that goes into editing would just blow your mind. It's not just like, I just sit here and I'm all like pretty and like, hey guys. It's really not. It's like a full business. Like, I treat my YouTube channel like a business, and that was the only way that it ever flourished. Like, I guess maybe I can't speak for other YouTubers. I was just not a lucky YouTuber. I didn't win any lottery. I never got blessed with any type of like collab, viral video. I'm where I am today purely. I know that my success is not my success. My success is built upon the shoulders of the people who take time to support me. So at the very least I can do is show my gratitude and reply. Appreciate every one of my subscribers that take the time to watch my videos. You guys are not just numbers to me. When you guys take time out of your day to leave comments down below, like, I fully appreciate it. I think you guys know that I'm a very quick person to reply to comments. I think YouTube is a really wonderful thing, and I wish that I had done it earlier. I wish that I hadn't had such massive expectations, thinking I was going to be an overnight success. I actually felt like a failure that I didn't become an overnight success. But I think now in hindsight, I think that Dave Ramsey said it well. Everything created in haste ends in ruin. I'm actually really glad that I had a relatively slow journey. It gave me that space and the time to grow a lot and appreciate where I'm at. If this was given to me in ways that like I didn't grind for it, I wouldn't appreciate it, but I definitely appreciate it. So I do think that if somebody asked me would I recommend YouTube to others, I think that I would. I think that I would say yes, YouTube definitely changed my life. It changed my life in a really massive and drastic way. For all of the points that I mentioned below, the work that you put into YouTube is definitely worth it, because it does come out. It's a merit-based system. If your content is entertaining and valuable, people are gonna watch it. If it isn't either of those things, no one's gonna watch it. And I know that I can speak for everyone, because you yourself would not watch a boring, useless video. I think I'm like part of like the OG millennial YouTube viewer. I've been watching it since like YouTube started, and I remember dreaming of a time where if I had a channel, I would be so excited and happy to reply to comments. I think that replying to comments is my favorite part of YouTubing, I'll be honest. I love when my video gets posted and then it's like I go to look at the comments. Best part, absolutely best part. Changes your life in ways that just can't explain it. Comment down below if you share similar thought processes on this. I would love to hear it. I would love to reply. All right, so I'm gonna be wrapping up this video. Thank you so much for having taken the time to watch, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. So yeah, till the next one. Bye.